Taylor Swift is in the news. Are you a Taylor Swift fan? I so happen to be. I'm not a huge Swiftie, but I do like to follow the headlines and her music, and let's just talk about what she's in the news for. Taylor Swift slams Damon Albarn over claims she doesn't write her own songs. Albarn apologizes. Who is Damon Albarn? Who is Damon Albarn? Damon Albarn is the singer of Blur. And I guess he was on some kind of podcast talking about music, and he just makes a complete ass of himself by showing his complete ignorance of the music industry. Oh, wow, what a butthead. Anyway, he goes on to talk about how he feels that she doesn't write her own music, and I'm just kind of like, what? Well, as a Taylor Swift fan, you know that she writes all of her own stuff. So what's he talking about that? So let me read the quote here from her. Her response to Damon. I was such a big fan of yours until I saw this. I write all my own songs, and your hot take is so completely false and so damaging. You don't have to like my songs, but it's really fucked up to try to and discredit my writing. Wow. So he was, I guess, on this interview with LA Times, and he goes on to try to say, well, he likes Billie Eilish because her and her brother write songs, and she doesn't. So what the heck is this Damon Albarn talking about? I think he was trying to make the case that she was part of the machine. What is the music machine, guys? Here's my definition of the music machine. That's when you get like 5 writers writing songs that a performer comes in, records the vocals for, and then goes out and tours with it, performs it on stage, doing all the little dance numbers. I refer to that as the machine. And I think that's what this Damon Albarn was referring to. Now, is Taylor Swift that? No, she's not, because she writes her own stuff, and I know that because I'm a follower of hers, and I did like that Netflix documentary Miss Americana, where you get to see all the behind scenes stuff of her writing her album, and I felt like how can the twit say this, because that's what you are, Damon. You are a bit of a twit when you come out and say this stuff, because what it means is that you're not paying attention to your industry. You don't know your industry, is what you're saying. You're just playing your little piece of the pie, and you're just totally ignorant to everything else. You get a concept of something, and then you're not researching it. You need to research these things before you say something about it, if you're going to jump on somebody and attack somebody for it, and especially my Tay-Tay, our Tay-Tay. Okay. Yeah, it just got me. It got my feathers ruffled. It got a lot of people's feathers ruffled. People have come to her defense. Jack Antonoff. I've never met Damon Albarn, and he's never been to my studio, but apparently he knows more than the rest of us about all those songs Taylor writes and brings in. Herb, whatever that means. If you were there, cool, go off. If not, maybe shut the fuck up. Jack, I wouldn't have used that harsh language, but yeah, I mean, people are coming to her defense. Maren Morris writing songs with songwriters means you're a songwriter. And then his apology, which I don't know if it's going to be accepted or not. I guess it probably will be, because that's just the polite thing to do. But you know what? She doesn't have to accept that apology if she doesn't want to. I totally agree with you. I had a conversation about songwriting, and sadly it was reduced to clickbait. I apologize unreservedly and unconditionally. The last thing I would want to do is discredit your songwriting. I hope you understand, Damon. Well, it makes you look bad more than it does her, because, and I'm glad that she came out and defended herself, because it's totally warranted. It's totally, it's something that needed to happen. And it's just a bummer that some people want to rake others over the coals here, her Reddit page. And you can see that some other artists, it's kind of collected some other artists that have come out and defended her. And she wrote there, P.S. I wrote this tweet all by myself in case you were wondering. Yeah, that's the kind of sauciness I like from Taylor. All right, okay, let's continue on with the other people that have come to her defense. John Paul White from the Civil War supports Taylor. I'm not going to read all of their tweets, guys. I just wanted you to know that there was a big fan base that came out for her. And there's his response. Maren Morris, Nathan Chapman supporting Taylor. Just a bunch of people have been following and supporting her. Joel Little, guys, Maisie Peters has come up to defend, and they're giving it to this guy, this Damon. Man, sometimes you put your foot in your mouth, and you did it with the wrong person, Taylor Swift. How could you do that? Okay, guys, if you like this story, let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. As you know, this is part of a movie news show that is daily, 12 p.m. Eastern. Mirror Domain's Movie News. It's your place for entertainment headlines. If you like it, please subscribe and follow the channel.